Welcome to the Climate and Water Outlook for July to September 2018. Dry and warmer than average conditions are likely in the east for the rest of winter, and with an El Niño watch in place, these conditions could extend into spring. But first, let's look at recent conditions. Although parts of the country have experienced good rainfall in June, for some key agricultural areas, dry conditions continue, and some areas had their driest January to June on record. In contrast, mid-June saw 5 cold fronts in 5 days in the southeast, bringing snow to alpine regions. In terms of temperature, most of Australia has seen warmer than average days in June. This follows an exceptionally warm summer and autumn, with the warmest January to June on record for large areas of central and southeast Australia. In contrast, clear nights combined with cold air from the south and very dry soils resulted in Charters Tower's coldest June night in at least 120 years. Soil moisture is now well below average across much of the country as a result of the low rainfall and high daytime temperatures. Water storages in southern Australia usually start filling by June. The southwest coast and the Murray-Darling Basin have increased over the last month. However, storage levels in southern Victoria and New South Wales coastal areas are slightly lower than last month. So what's driving our climate right now? Over the Southern Ocean, weather systems are expected to remain further south than usual over the rest of winter. In the Indian and Pacific Oceans, current climate patterns are neutral, but latest model outlooks combined with recent warming of the tropical Pacific Ocean have shifted the Bureau's ENSO outlook to El Niño watch. This means the chance of El Niño developing in spring has increased to 50%, around double the normal likelihood of an event. When El Niño occurs during spring, eastern Australia typically experiences lower rainfall than usual and days are typically warmer than average in the south. So what does this mean for rainfall from July to September? Below average rainfall is likely for eastern mainland Australia and the north. With low soil moisture, any rainfall will soak into the soil, leaving little runoff. And looking at the streamflow outlook, across the country, low flows are more likely at more than 2/3 of forecast locations. In terms of temperatures, warmer than average days and nights are likely for much of the country. So in summary, July to September is likely to be drier than average in the east of the mainland and in the north. Temperatures are likely to be warmer than average for much of the country. Low streamflows are likely at most locations, and our ENSO outlook is at El Niño watch. For more details, visit our website at bom.gov.au/climate/ahead. You can also get updates via Facebook and Twitter. Our first look at likely conditions for August to October will be available on Thursday the 12th of July. For the Bureau of Meteorology, I'm Paul Fakemer.